Gotenks and Jiren have returned, but who should you choose with your hard-earned Carnival coins? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the Carnival LR Tech Gotenks and the AGL LR Carnival Jiren, two units that have finally made their return on Global Dokkan, and deciding who you should choose with those hard-earned Carnival coins. After all, you've probably built up a lot of coins summoning on this double raids banner, or even back during the anniversary, and now you have an opportunity to pick up some units that may not return so often. So in this video, we're going to go over those two units and decide which one is worth your coins. So first and foremost, before we hop into the banner and take a look at these two guys featured on this banner, let's get this out of the way. If you are missing any of the Carnival LRs from the anniversary, that is the LR Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, the LR Goku Frieza, and the Blue Evolution Vegeta, you should definitely save your coins, because coming here soon in the month of July to August, we should see the Global Dokkan campaign, a campaign that should be on the level of Dokkan's anniversary, meaning it should be, in theory, the place where both the anniversary Dokkan Fest units and the anniversary Carnival units make their return. So at this month, you will definitely want to pick up those Carnival LRs you are missing from the 10th anniversary, more than likely, over any of the others. So let's just get that out of the way first. Now, of course, if that is a non-issue for you and you have those units, or there's one, or maybe the ones you are missing you're not that interested in grabbing at the moment, then we can talk about Jiren and Gotenks. So let's start with Gotenks, since he's got just no transformations. So he is a Majin Buu Saga category key 3 HP attack defense 200%. He greatly raises attack defense for the turn, causing colossal damage on his 12 key, and on his 18 key he is greatly raising attack defense for the turn while causing mega colossal damage and greatly lowering defense. His basic effect gives him key 7 and attack and defense 200%, randomly changes key spheres of certain type to rainbow key spheres, and receives an additional key 1 per key sphere obtained. He gets defense 77% when receiving an attack, and after receiving an attack, he gets 77% attack. For 5 turns from his entry turn, he gets an additional damage reduction 22%, and when there's a final trump card ally on the team, he gets 77% defense and additional damage reduction rate of 33%. When attacking with 12 or more key, he gets 100% attack and defense. When attacking with 18 or more key, he gets 77% attack and launches an additional super attack. When activating the active skill or attacking with 24 key, he gets 77% attack and performs a critical hit. When receiving a super attack, he has a high chance of defense 777%, and receiving a Ki Blast super, he has a damage reduction rate of 44% as well, and counters it with Ferocious Power. So honestly, he's a really good card. He's a really great addition to the Vegito and Gogeta team. He is almost always going to be getting his his max power out on that team because of the final trump card allies. He's also going to be able to tank a lot of the major supers in the current meta, and that is mostly because of his ability, right? This ability here. There are a lot of Ki Blast supers currently in this meta, so he's gonna find himself doing quite all right. So that's he's honestly really good. Of course, he's really only got that 5 turns thing, though. But after that, I mean, he's a solid floater after that point. You could easily put him in a floating spot and find him working just fine on the Gogeta team, popping him whenever you, popping his active skill, whenever you feel it necessary in some of the final phases of the boss, or maybe to clear out, like, the second to last phase, right? All in all, it's a good place for him. So with that in mind, he is a solid pick. But how does he stack up to the Jiren, right? So Jiren is a Universal 11, Key 4, HP Attack Defense 200%, or Universal Survival Saga, Key 3, HP Attack Defense 200%. His 18 key greatly raises attack and defense for the turn, and his 12 key raises attack and defense for the turn. His 18 key also has a high chance of stunning, so in fights that can stun, this is very, very helpful. His basic effect in base form gives him key 8, attack defense 350%, 50% damage reduction, and gives him a action cancel for 1 turn only. When attacking, he gets an additional attack defense 50%, and as a second or third attacking in turn, he gets an additional attack 100%, and a great chance of performing a critical hit with an additional damage reduction rate 11%. So 61% damage reduction in slot 3. So, I mean, that's kind of what you want to do with him. You float him off and then get ready to stand by the next time he shows up. Once in standby, he is unable to attack, but he gets an additional 350% defense. He gives all allies key 3 and has 50% damage reduction. He randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to AGL key spheres, and for every AGL key sphere obtained, he gets 11% damage reduction. So you can get him up to 100% damage reduction if done correctly. He also has defense 100% when receiving an attack, and when he's the second or third attacker in the turn, or second or third rather, to achieve key spheres, he gives all allies attack 70% for 2 turns. Right, so really great support in that regard. Finally, once you transform him into full power Jiren, exiting standby, you get key 11, attack and defense 400%, damage reduction rate 60%, and a great chance of performing a critical hit. And for 1 turn, he foresees the enemy's super attack and has an additional damage reduction rate of 11%. So 71% damage reduction rate on that first turn. When attacking, he gets attack and defense 111%, and for every super attack performed, he has a chance to perform a critical hit 11%, and that does not change. For when attacking with 24 key, he gets when attacking with 24 key, he gets attack 50%, attacks guaranteed to hit, performs a critical hit, and for every super attack received, he gets attack 50%. So he can end up building up a lot of attack, but the realistic thing is, in this current meta, you actually don't really want his you actually don't want to really work on his super attack effects, because the reality is that his defense isn't going to be that great in this current meta compared to what it once was, right? You could very easily find himself, right, unless it's post-super, right, to get this attack build up. He's not really going to be taking a super pre-super nowadays. So, really what you're using him for is for funsies and boosting attack in that standby for the turns that you can do that. And then maybe going into full power for the kill, but otherwise it's really just for that. He is useful, a little more useful in battle hardened formidable foes, just because they are a little bit shorter and can work to his favor, but for the most especially like that standby basically gives you a free turn for them, so it's really, really nice there. It's really hard to justify bringing him. I've had so many times where I brought him into full power and he just gets whacked by like the last 2 phases of Topo and the 2 Jirens. So it's kind of rough for him there. So standby is really the way to go. So out of the 2, honestly, if you were to pick between the 2 coin types, I would say Gotenks is probably the better choice. Jiren, of course, if you don't have him, because who knows when he'll come back again. As I said, the global Dokkan campaign is likely to return the anniversary LR, so we are unlikely to probably see Gotenks and Jiren for a while. But Gotenks is definitely the top pick out of these. Of course, as I said in the beginning, if you don't have these guys, the anniversary LRs, you want to make sure they are the ones that you are prioritizing over these. But Gotenks is definitely the top pick here. So guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below, let us know who are you grabbing with your 500 Carnival coins. This is a really tough ask for a lot of players. Carnival coins are hard to come by. A little more easier than yellow coins are in the past, but I mean, still, many of you probably had to pity a unit during Anniversary. I know I did. And so your Carnival coins might be a little lacking. And just due to, years, these don't have years on them like other red coins do. So, not everybody may have pulled what they need just yet. Spend those coins wisely. If you're going to, Gotenks is the way to go. That's it for the video, guys. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.